What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Nugent says hi. He's probably going to be a terror during this video. We'll see what happens. Finally, no company. Back to a quiet house. Back to looking at stocks and seeing what's going on. All right, let's turn our attention to Mullen. Let's talk about it a little bit. What's going on? Remember, this is a series. So if you're just popping in for one video here and there, you have no idea what we're actually covering. And I just wanted to lay that out there. Go back and watch some further back videos, probably starting with Wyckoff. And from there, then you can have your judgments on what we're talking about on the channel. So we were playing red light, yellow light, green light. Basically, we hit our red light. This is extreme caution. What's going to happen there? Are we throwing this whole theory in the trash can? And we're going to look at the Ortex as well, some of the statements that I've made on Ortex along the way. You're going to see something there that's going to make sense now, and I hope it's not too disappointing to you. But overall, let's see how we're performing. It's still the same game plan. This is red light. This is either we throw it in the trash or it actually does its thing. The markets are absolutely ripping today. J Powell saved us, right? He's saving the markets with whatever he wants. So let's see if that continues. Looks like a lot of buying's going on right now, trying to at least anticipate what's going to happen in the future. Who knows if that's going to be the case or not, but that's having a good impact on us. But you guys know I ultimately want to see 21 cents hold. Not just break into it, not just tap it. We want it to hold. Otherwise, this is going to be a new trading channel, in my opinion, from 18 to 21 cents, give or take. If it does hold 21 cents, then I think that we could have an actual play out of the Wyckoff theory. But we cannot lose this 18-cent line. So that is what I am watching pretty closely. Why aren't we getting any news? How hard is it to get a survey and close on a property? Not hard if you ask me, but hey, what do I know? I'm just a realtor. Anyway, as far as the RSI goes on the 5-minute, it's looking okay right now, which, I mean, would make sense if we just got Terminal Shakeout down to 18 cents and things were popping back up, or even if big money's just trading us for pennies or fractions of a pennies, trying to save theirself in whatever way possible. I don't know. 18 cents, big deal, huge deal in my opinion. As far as 30-minute goes, I mean, it tried to get up there and it's kind of given out on us just a little bit. We're going to see if these turn around on the longer time frames. We're going to see what the markets do overall. I mean, could it be a cup forming a handle? Possibly. I would want to see the bounce come in at 19 cents, not below. You know, it looks like there's some orders on level 2 that might be propping up the 19 cents, anticipating kind of a handle to form here. Will it push? I'm not sure. We're hoping that it does. So, I mean, have a trading plan. That's all I can tell you. I don't know what it's going to do. I don't know if it's going to give out. I don't know if we're going to get our news before the end of November. I don't know when we're going to get anything. I'm just going off of a theory, and I'm working with the theory. And so far, theory still in play, but getting awfully questionable. So, what are we looking at on the Ortex? The Ortex, as I've mentioned, so if you look at it today, you're seeing live short interest 14.56% of the free float. And you're saying, what the heck? This thing was like 30, 40, 45% just the other day. Yes, it was. I was telling you all along the way, I don't know if Ortex is estimating off of the actual float. I don't know if many places have the actual true float in their reports. You've probably not seen it in too many of your places that you're using for trading, whether it be your brokerage or anything you're looking at online. We know the actual float as of right now, and we know the potential of the actual float in the coming days, and then we know what could potentially be the float next year. All right, so that's why this is considerably lower, right? A third lower, because we were basing it off of the float that was whatever you see in your brokerages around 550 million, but we know it's actually what 1.2 1.3. Is that what it was the last time we looked, with the potential of 1.75? So that would make sense, and that's why I've been telling you all along. I don't know how high the actual short interest is, and is it skewed? Apparently it was. Now, could this change again? I guess it could. Ortex is just the best we have to work with at that given moment. But what did not change is the amount of shares that were actually shorted. Right. I mean, there was a little bit return today estimated, but our live short interest is still clocking in around there. So 153. Now, that's why the whole time I was saying, look at the numbers, look at the percentage. Obviously, they're working off of a skewed float, in my opinion. What do I know? I'm just a degen. But that's where we are. So is it highly shorted? I don't know. This is estimates. We only get what we get. It could be. Do I think people are still trying to drive it down? Maybe. But I also know that our own CEO has not been doing us any favors, and the dilution has been one of the main fights for a long time. So, if you're fighting dilution and shorts, yes, that's painful. So that is where we're at as far as what Ortex is estimating. Now, I can't tell you what's right. I can't tell you what's wrong, but I can tell you that this percentage makes a whole lot more sense to me whenever I look at it, whenever I consider the float, and whenever I consider what they're estimating the live short interest to actually be at. It does make sense. Do the math. I mean, don't hate the channel. Do the math yourself. Right now, we're hitting 1920. Like I said, we're seeing if this is going to be a handle. We do need that 21 to hold. We need strength, and I want to see it just crank from there. If we come back down, I don't want to see it come back down. I'm tired of comeback downs. Next time we come back down, I don't know if it's going to go back up. We have been looking at terminal shakeout level 20, 19, and 18. And, it's not financial advice. You do what you want. But if I see 18 again with no strength, you kind of know where I'm sitting. So that's what I have. I hope we get some news this week. We should have some news this week or next week at the absolute latest, good or bad, right? Either way. And then we have a few weeks before the vote goes down. So there is a little bit of time, but at some point this is going to get beyond the realm of reality, just to put it frank, and we will just kind of be stuck with what we got. So is it going to break out? I don't know. I mean, you could do some charting on some shorter time frames. It's not going to give you a whole lot. I guess as of right now, we're looking for the breakout of somewhere in that 1925, 19, somewhere in there, as long as, it depending on what day, time, hour it hits. But keep a close eye on what is going on there, because I just don't know exactly what's going to go down. All we can do is watch it, wait, see what happens, have a trading plan in the meantime. Where are we at on our fib circle? What are we doing? Anything with the fib circle? We're getting closer. Sorry, I didn't want to use another hand and press the control button. If it comes back down to 18 cents, we're looking at somewhere. What is today? Today's Wednesday. So if it wants to come back down to 18 cents today, we're touching our fib circle today. If it wants to carry out, if it breaks through this 21, I think we're going to have some strength, but again, it has to hold. So it needs to hold, which is what we've been saying for days, right? Days and days and days. We've been saying just hold that 21 cent and go from there. But so far it can't do it. So every time we get down another cent, we're fighting our way back up through that cent, which becomes a little bit of a resistance. Are the buyers going to step in? What are they going to do? On the 1 hour, our RSIs just gave out yesterday. It was looking pretty good, but we came back down. So it's kind of starting over. Man, I don't know. I wish I knew. if we get the 21 cents, then that's Thursday. We'll be kissing the fib circle. And if it wants to run, then we're going further out, because I do think if we can hold 21 with strength, it does have a run. If it can't hold 21 with strength, we're either in this new trading range, trading channel, or it's just going to get uglier. So let's see what happens. I'm kind of happy the company's gone and I could finally come back and talk today. So I hope that makes sense. Like I said, if you're a first-time viewer, go back and watch the series of videos of what we've been talking about. I know it's not, I just don't want to repeat it in every single video, just make them all absolutely ridiculous. But I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, a long weekend, spent time with friends, family, whatever you did, and you're getting back to reality. Hope everything was good and safe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.